Alright, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Black Little Rebellion. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, and I'm just doing a quick little rebuttal to a John Campea video here that he has. And one of the issues that was brought up was Black Widow's solo movie potentially moving forward, and there being a director being attached to it now, but it's still not greenlit, and Marvel hasn't commented on it. But that's not the big thing. I'm just going to state right now, I'd love to see a Black Widow film, and I'd like to see a Hawkeye film, because they both deserve it. They both deserve solo films since the first Avengers, since they first appeared. They've proven that their characters are pretty interesting, in my opinion, and I'd like to see where it goes moving forward. Now, John Campea, I am subscribed to him, by the way, if anyone's wondering, and I do watch him on quite a regular basis. But every now and then he says some things that I definitely disagree with. I plainly just find annoying. And this is one of them, because he says, why in a world filled with monsters and gods do I want to see a film with someone who shoots some bow and arrows and a girl that kicks people in the face for a living? That annoys me. And then he's trying to say that they're nothing like Batman because people would use the excuse, but John, you'd watch a Batman film. And he's like, oh, they're nothing like Batman. What? Excuse me? Hawkeye and Black Widow are nothing like Batman? Well, let's take a look, shall we? Okay, Hawkeye, Black Widow, and Batman. What do they all have all in common? They're both human. All three of them are human. Sorry. They all have martial arts training, and so that's two things in common. They have three things in common amongst the three of them. Oh yeah, highly financially backed people, because Shield is like fiscally endowed. Let's say they've got a lot of money, so they've got that going for them. So they've got a lot of technology going for them. So that's three things in common they have: human, martial arts training, fiscally well endowed. They've also got a lot of technology going for them. So how is Black Widow and Hawkeye not like Batman? Okay, well, the only difference I can see is that Hawkeye and Black Widow weren't trained by the League of Assassins or League of Shadows or whatever the fuck Bruce Wayne was trained by. They weren't trained by Ra's al Ghul. Big whoop-de-doo. They still know tons of martial arts. They still got tons of cool, expensive gadgets. They're still backed by a huge, like military secret organization. The only thing that they really don't have that Batman has, besides being trained by the League of Shadows, that's like being compared to a brown belt to a black belt. But Batman's probably a black belt as opposed to their maybe brown belt level in martial arts training. And like that's probably maybe a minuscule little difference. And that Black Widow and Hawkeye are like the world's greatest detectives. Okay, Batman's got super intelligence and he's got crazy detective skills. But honestly, I don't know that much about Hawkeye because I'm not super duper into Marvel. But I'm going to say that Black Widow probably has a little bit more efficient and better detective skills than Hawkeye. But that's just assuming because she's a Black Ops kind of character. So I'm assuming she's going to have a little better detective skills and spy training, stuff like that. But I don't know. Maybe Hawkeye has the same shit. I don't read Marvel comics, so I can't confirm nor deny that. But making an ignorant statement like, oh, Black Widow and Hawkeye are nothing like Batman, and he'd still go see a Batman film. Come on, John. Have you really thought that question through? Like, I know you get these as emails, and you can spend a little bit of time thinking about them before you go on your show, but come on, man. Give Black Widow and Hawkeye a little bit more credit. Do I like Batman a hell of a lot more than Hawkeye and Black Widow? Duh. Do I like Arrow better than Hawkeye and Black Widow? Yeah. But so what? Black Widow and Hawkeye both deserve their solo films, whether it makes $1 billion out of the box office or not. Their characters need some representation. I feel that Black Widow could be a great sleeper hit in the Marvel universe. But you know what? Anything Marvel makes lately is gold. So who cares? Give Black Widow her film. Give that, those feminists a little, self-gratuitous bat patting, and just give her her own film. And then Hawkeye, give us a little bit more backstory about how he became Hawkeye. Give us some of his rogues gallery. Like, do Hawkeye and Black Widow not have their own, like, cool little rogues galleries? I'm sure they do. And even if they didn't, there's a plethora of villains and stuff that they could be going up against. You could make like a James Bond style, Legally Blonde style, Jason Bourne style film for Black Widow, and just throw in some crazy ass villains on top of it. Same with Hawkeye. Have him go up against AIM. Have him go up against any Hydra stuff. Like, show some of his story. I think it would be cool. There's more to just, there's more to Hawkeye than just some dude that can shoot arrows. And honestly, he needs a film to prove that. He needs a film, I would say, even more than Black Widow, because everyone looks at him as a joke. People need to revive Hawkeye just as much as, well, maybe not just as much. Aquaman has been sitting in that joke level of character for years, but Hawkeye, I feel, is getting spit on and shit on almost as much as Aquaman has in the past. So give the fucking dude his own film. He's got some obvious cool stuff that he could probably bring to the table, and it's Marvel. If any company right now could do this for Black Widow and Hawkeye, Marvel can. Let's see it. Let's do it. This has been another episode of Nerd Corner. Come on, John. Pull your head out of your ass for this, buddy. Let's go. Anyways, hope you enjoyed my little rant on Black Widow and Hawkeye. For glory, for the rebellion, Slimerella out.